Hi guys, so I'm back, Dana, the real Dana, aka Dana with the data, and I'm here with Diamond Dave. Hi, Diamond Dave.
What's going on, Dana? Glad to be here.
Yes. So, all right. We do this thing now where we do our, short take pre-records,
You definitely.
and let me pull this up. Today we talk about Beyonce.
Okay, I feel you.
No, you don't,
I
because you're
feel you.
a man and you don't care. I care. I care. I care. Are you in a relationship?
No, I'm not in a relationship.
If you were in a relationship, will you be buying your woman the Beyonce tickets?
It depended on whether or not she was a Beyonce fan, because every woman's not a Beyonce fan.
She's a Beyonce fan. If she was a Beyonce fan, she wanted to go. Would you buy her tickets?
It depends.
On what?
A lot of stuff. It depends. It depends on my budget, really.
Budget my ass, because
It
I'm
depends on
you
my
got
budget.
money. You got money.
It depends
Stop.
on my budget. So
You
that's the
mastered
most
the
thing.
stock market.
It depends on my budget. Because what I don't want to do is buy the tickets and explode my budget just to get the tickets. Because I sent you a video. I don't know if I sent you that video of a woman that bought tickets to somebody else, and it had to rearrange her whole budget just because she bought the tickets.
That's cute. That's fine.
I feel you.
What's your budget? Like, you put yourself on a budget every month.
Oh, definitely. So I have an entertainment budget, and I also have like miscellaneous things of that nature. So everything's budgeted, because one of the biggest things I found with a lot of people is they don't know how much money's leaving their household.
I get all that.
Yeah.
But if you are, let me just say this, men. If you have a woman, a wife, girlfriend, someone who you just screwing, side chick, it don't matter, and she loves Beyonce and she want to go to Beyonce, this is a test for you men to see how deep are your pockets.
Okay. My pocket's shallow.
Whatever. No, I'm talking about honesty. Don't play with me. Because I'm like, listen, as a woman, I'm like, why I'm messing with you and you can't get me Beyonce tickets? Why am I getting on my knees and you can't get me Beyonce tickets?
I feel you. So that's also, it's about Beyonce tickets. That's all it's about.
Listen, whatever you got to do, I want to go to Beyonce. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Ladies, this is a test. Test your man to see if he can
get Beyonce tickets.
Yes, if he can afford it. And if he can't, that's a problem. If he can and don't want to get it for you, that is a problem. What's also a problem is the price of the tickets.
So I'm gonna ask you a question real quick. Should it only be a scenario like the Beyonce tickets, or should it be like whatever's hot at that moment? Because Beyonce, she hasn't done a show since 2016. She hasn't done the concert.
5 years. She's been
5 years, exactly. So is it just the Beyonce tickets, or is it next month gonna be something else?
No. Okay. So Beyonce, you're talking about her last world tour.
No, what I mean is that since we got to come up with the bread for the Beyonce tickets, and that's going to be like a test of whether or not we're valid.
Mm-hmm.
So we do that. Next 30-day cycle, is it another? Because some people don't like just Beyonce. They like somebody else too.
No. Okay. Beyonce is a creme de la creme. You get Beyonce tickets. She can't ask you for nothing else that year.
Okay, I feel you.
Birthday, definitely birthday. And that's it. That's it. And this is why, right? We got to talk about, because the reason why I want to talk about this is because of the Ticketmaster reselling problem, right? So I typed in Google Beyonce tickets, and Ticketmaster was the first one to come up. And click on it. Before using Verified Fan to help fans, I became a Verified Beehive fan today. I registered.
Okay.
But okay, let me go down this. She's going on her European tour first, and then she's going to hit the United States July 12th in Philadelphia. This is still June. Yeah, let me scroll down. So, I'm from Jersey. Of course, I'm gonna be in MetLife in East Rutherford, New Jersey. I gotta be at MetLife, right? Because the stadium is fire, and I already have my outfit planned out, right? I'm gonna tell you about that story later. So anyway, she added another date for MetLife. Have to, because that's tri-state area. Boom. Go there. All right, I came here this morning. I don't know what this is, because it said that you have to be Beyonce is using Verified. Okay. On sale date, time works. Please check back. Oh, this is different right now. I went on here. I already signed and I'm already verified. So this is what you got to do. You have to verify Beehive Verified Fan, City verified fan registration or verified fan on sale. And I believe I did the Beehive or whatever. But I got a glimpse of the prices earlier. Let me go out.
I want to know what the because last time she toured, there was a lot of publicity around what the prices were. So I know they're gonna be higher now because that was 5 years ago.
Right.
So I just want to know what the prices look like so I can get an understanding of what people are paying for.
Let me do this again because I wanted to show the prices, but I could tell the prices, tell you the prices. Because I want to get an understanding of who are these bots and these reselling companies. Where is it? Is this it?
And it also depends on where you at in the stadium.
Right. So July, let me get to New Jersey.
So I might could do it if we in the nosebleed. We be way in the back where you need the binoculars.
Okay, so this is Vivid Seats, right? Okay. VividSeats.com. I think I was on Ticketmaster earlier. You could buy it on Ticketmaster. But anyway, so this section here, section 1, that's a really good section.
Okay. And that's on the floor too, right? Or is it just a little bit elevated?
Yeah, it's the first level up elevated from the floor.
Okay.
So, and that's why they're really good seats.
Okay.
Let me see what it looks like in here. Yeah.
So let me ask you a question real quick. Have you seen, have you seen her before live or have you seen any entertainer live?
I've never seen Beyonce perform live. My favorite, I saw Prince at Madison Square Garden years ago. Fabulous. I didn't pay for those tickets because my boyfriend at the time, by that time we went to the concert, he was my ex, but that was part of palimony. But he bought those tickets, 2 tickets. So I took me and my best friend, who happened to be his cousin. Dave Matthews Band is my favorite band.
Okay.
I went to see them twice at MetLife and Madison Square Garden. That was years ago. Loved it. So I like to go and watch artists who sing without auto tunes and have a live band. And I saw Beyonce on Netflix when she was at Coachella.
Yeah, I seen Coachella. That was a cold show. That was I'm not a Beyonce fan, but that was a cold show. I gotta give it to her.
Beyonce puts on a show.
Yeah, she's a great performer.
And I wasn't feeling this album Renaissance, but now I am. So, and this is her first world tour in 5 years. So, all right, we at MetLife.
Okay.
Section 124. Here go the ticket prices: $1,326. 2 tickets. Oh, I think it's each. So,
$1,300 each. Now, see, this is the thing. So I'm down south.
And this is one second. This is row 48 in the back of that section. So if you go to the front of section 124, let's see, row 19, that's $2,700. So the further you get closer, the higher the prices, going up to $3,500. That's row 6.
Where's row 6 at?
So this is the section.
In that section.
Right, in that section.
So what the floor seats looking like?
Floor seats.
Like you said, 7,000.
Okay, so floor seats, zoning seats, it goes so row 19, 3,000 up to $6,000, $6,500, right?
Yeah.
That's on this is the damn stage here, honey.
Okay.
The stage, and then another piece of the stage is a big circle. So let's go inside here. So inside this round circle of the stage, they're going from $8,000. And section 1 over here, is it section? Yeah, on the floor, field 1 is $4,000.
Kind of off to the side though.
Right. Club Renaissance is $8,000. Let's go all the way to the top, the cheapest, right? That's the third level tier up here. The cheapest is, that says $596, but why is it not coming up? I want to see. Why is it not selecting for it to come up? Oh, here we go. Yeah, so it ranges from, that's section 3 ranges from $644 to $840. $644 to $840. And of course, at MetLife, they have the suites here, 5-star suites. Row 2, section 2, $1,500. That's probably the cheapest. But I would want to be here or in a suite.
On the suite. I feel you.
Right. So, okay. So you get an idea of the prices.
I understand. Yeah. I mean, and what I was going to say real quick is that because y'all are up north, the few $1,000s for a ticket is different than it is down south. It's a difference. So down here, money goes farther. I don't think it's going to be a big of a hit up there as it will be down here.
No. You're going to get a hit too, because I looked at other places. Now, if it's, I don't think I'm gonna share for this. I'm just going to see if I could pull it up. Okay. So, where should I go to? Kentucky or Detroit?
Georgia. Georgia. I know she got to do Atlanta. That's probably a big market for her.
Yeah, let me see. When she
got to do Atlanta.
Yes, she's going to be in Atlanta August 11th.
Yeah.
And August the 12th. She got 2 dates in Atlanta at the Mercedes-Benz.
Exactly. That's a big stadium too.
Right. So ticket prices, let me share. Ticket prices are the same.
Okay, so they consistent across the board.
And this, oh my God, this stage is fire. This is the main stage. She's gonna be coming out in the circle, honey. You know her dance is gonna be around here in the circle. Listen, I gotta tell you my story, how I'm going. And if I'm not there, I'm not talking to somebody ever again. But anyway, honey, on the floor, row 5, field, $6,000, $4,800. Okay.
She gonna get it too in Atlanta. I know. I already know, because this her audience down here.
Right. So, and this is section 1. Starting 1,800 going all the way up to 6,000. So it's not far off from New York. Same price.
So it's consistent pricing across the board. Okay. Yeah, she gonna get it. She gonna get it down here. Thing about her is I don't know how long her show is, but because of her catalog, she can do like 3 hours.
I remember she did a show in New York, and it was on. This was in the beginning of her and Jay-Z. And she said that, listen, when you come to my show, forget about your bills, forget about anything negative going on in your life. Her purpose is to put on a show for you to forget and just enjoy. She said, I want to give you 2 hours of fun and enjoyment and a good show. She puts her heart and soul in her shows, and I have to give her credit for that.
Yeah, she's very talented. And one thing I would say about her is that you don't last this long in what she's done if you don't take it serious.
Right.
So you got to give it a credit. Like you don't last this long in music if you don't take this real serious. And I think that's something that a lot of younger artists don't get. They playing with music. And one thing about Beyonce, one thing I can say about her, she never played with it.
Right. Now, she has a lot of writers now, a lot of producers, because it's kind of hard to keep the hits coming, and I get it. But her performance on that day, she put her all. Honey, I want to know who her doctor is for this body, because I'm loving it. After 3 kids, I love that. I love it because she had some surgery.
Yeah, definitely.
It don't matter, but she looks good, and it's okay for her age to get her work done. Okay, so before we move on to Ticketmaster, scamming ass Ticketmaster. So you saw the prices. You saw the prices in Atlanta. That's where you're at, whatever. If you had a girl, would you be? She want to be in section 1.
I feel you. Yeah, we have to talk about, like I said, it's about budgeting. And I'm not a fan of a large expense for like a single event and it don't return anything. So it's not saying I wouldn't do it, but I wouldn't go because I'm not a Beyonce fan.
You'll get 1 ticket for her.
Exactly. So that's the thing, is that I would just have to try to figure out how does it work within the budget? Because what I'm not a fan of is that somebody wants to do something, it doesn't fit the budget, and we just supposed to do it just because they want to do it. Because once you get into that type of behavior, it's not going to stop.
Okay, but you are going to get a return.
What return I'm going to get?
What return don't your women supposed to give you? Like, we give you men returns every other night.
I feel you. Yeah, I mean, it's something that we will have to discuss. But because we know the show's coming, it's going to hit this market like around August. It's something that could be budgeted for. But I'm not a fan of most people don't operate on a budget. So they just buy what they feel like buying at that time. But I'm a fan of, especially as a man, you need to have a budget for what you're going to spend money on. So then you don't have issues where you don't know how your money's leaving your household.
Right. Totally. Yeah. Totally understandable. Part of that budget, right? The reason why, so just get into the second part of the show. The problem that I'm having though, the ticket prices. So people don't got to understand. So her tour is presented by Live Nation. They pay her a fee up front. So they may pay her already She already got paid for this world tour, and let's say 100 million, probably more.
Yeah.
But out of that 100 million, she has to pay her dancers and everything. So she probably gives them a number that includes all her expenses, band, hotels, or whatever, and then plus money for her pocket. They pay the artist up front, and then they make their money on the back end, I guess, for merchandise, ticket sales. And this is for a lot of artists, such as Beyonce and Taylor Swift, to the point to where you have a lot of Ticketmaster bots. What do you call these? Outside companies that are buying up the tickets and reselling it three times the price, right? So for the regular person of you, like you and I, we end up paying $3,000 where the actual price is probably $1,500.
Yeah, you probably end up paying more than that.
Right.
Yeah.
So what happened during Congress hearing on the Ticketmaster and Taylor Swift concert mess? So as recently last year in November, fans, it says fans saved up hundreds of dollars and took days off work during pre-sales so they could wait in virtual queues to buy tickets to Taylor Swift upcoming tour. Some waited for hours on Ticketmaster's websites only to see tickets they selected disappear from their carts or be booted out of line when the website glitched. Many of those lucky enough to secure tickets were hit with costly fees, and resellers began to list tickets online for more than $20,000. Fans hoping to snag tickets in general sales were crushed when Ticketmaster canceled it. The U.S. Senate took up Swift's case. So the Taylor Swift concert debacle with Ticketmaster ended up in Congress. Nothing was resolved. They're not going to regulate it, and I think it should be regulated now. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, and this is something that we've seen before. So what you see, and this is why I was talking about cost. Ticketmaster now has created a mechanism to try to stop that. But the issue is that under normal circumstances, a concert as hot as Beyonce, because to me, Beyonce is bigger than Taylor Swift. So normally I would not be able to get tickets through what I would call the initial market. Then what I would have to do now is get pushed into the secondary market with the people that bought it with bots. And so the ticket that might initially cost $4,000 may now turn into a $16,000 ticket.
Right.
And so this is what we got to talk about, is the where Ticketmaster, and we know now with Live Nation, and we see now why Jay-Z did that deal with Live Nation back in the day. They now have this relationship because they're essentially one company, to where they handle all the ticket vending for Live Nation events. And they don't care if the people, the bots or the resellers buy the tickets, because they get paid for the tickets anyway.
Right.
Now the fans got to try to figure out how to navigate these particular waters to get the tickets. But the problem is the resellers, because of the demand, and this Beyonce concert's going to be an extremely high demand, they put a premium on the ticket, and it's either take it or leave it. So when she hits this Atlanta market and I'm trying to buy this ticket for my girl because I'm worried about my relationship, and I know that this ticket should retail for $4,000, now it's going for $16,000. And now my budget really is going to be stressed because I got to try to figure out how can I pay $16,000 for this ticket and still pay the rest of my bills, because I'm trying to keep my girl happy.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
So it went to Congress. Nothing didn't happen. What shouldn't it be regulations? Because basically it seemed like Live Nation monopolized.
They have
the entertainment industry when it comes to ticket sales.
Yeah, but I mean, that's really how the entertainment industry works, because what they should have did was they should have not allowed Live Nation and Ticketmaster to even become a one entity. So when they did stop that, they knew what was going on, because they knew that Ticketmaster did ticket sales and Live Nation did the shows. So once you bring them together, then they're going to just control everything. And now they start, because it's not just on the consumer, it's also on the artist. Beyonce could not put out a show this big without those two organizations. So she has to go through them just to get the show off the ground, because one, they control all the venues, and then she needs to get the show financed. So essentially what they're doing is they're financing her show for her.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So the way they're positioned in the market, if you're a big artist like Beyonce, you have to go through them, and then they dictate all the terms. So they're trying to help the fans out by saying, we're going to create this verified type of verification so they don't abuse it. But if the guys that do the ticket bots, once they figure out how the system actually works, they're going to start to abuse that system too, because there's too much money in the resale market to not try to crack that system. Because like I said, this Beyonce show is going to be the biggest show this year, maybe the biggest show to the end of the decade.
Right.
So so it's so much money in this deal. It makes sense to sit up for the next 2 weeks and try to figure out how to break this system.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
You sent me a video.
Yeah.
About how they how the Ticketmaster bots, right?
Yeah. And it's just a program.
So who's controlling this program?
Whoever. So they're really syndicates. So I could have a relationship with a guy in another part of the world, and they do that part of it, and then they just essentially send me the information, and then I figure out how to get them on the reseller sites. But these are syndicates because this is big money, especially for a show at this level. Beyonce, I forgot the name of that other guy, reminds me of Michael Jackson, the Ethiopian dude from The Weeknd. The Weeknd, big artists like this. This is big money because, like I said, their fans are so dedicated to them. They're gonna pay whatever numbers on that ticket.
And that's kind of turning me off, right? It's like, yeah, I dip in. I will have to dip into my savings.
Exactly.
Right? And then it's like, is it worth it? Probably, but
Yeah.
and I was being funny at the beginning of this show, but funny, but I was also being truthful because it's like, well, is it worth it? Technically, no, but I want to be there. I want to go. So how can I finesse to get the tickets without breaking my pocket? Well, I'm a woman.
You understand? There's nothing wrong with that because it shows the market for this particular artist. So it's good that she's developed such a market for her to where people are willing to, to try to figure out how to pay for her tickets. The downside is that because of the resellers, the ticket prices even go higher, but it don't matter. People gonna pay it anyway.
Even with the Adele, she has a Las Vegas residency there, and that was pushed back, but she had a ticket issue too because they were starting at 20,000, 10,000.
Exactly.
And I believe she was quoted saying, well, listen, some of her tickets prices are high because she only wants real fans, certain people to attend, the ones who can afford it. But at the same time, is it worth, is any artist worth paying that much?
It is because, so I've never seen, I think I've seen a group of artists at a stadium. I don't really like stadium shows. To me, they're too big. But I've been to club shows. Like where I'm from, we have a lot of club shows.
Yeah.
And to me, it's all on if you like it, you like it. If you willing to, because you never know how big that person is to that fan.
Right.
So if it's big, some people they'll go see Beyonce in concert. They never gonna forget that the rest of their life.
Right.
So it's worth it to them. And Beyonce, one thing we know about her is she gonna give you your money worth plus some more.
Is it worth breaking the bank? Is it worth that?
But it could be if your attitude is I'm gonna see Beyonce and I may never see her again the rest of my life. Because there's no guarantee she's coming back through your town. There's no guarantee. This may be the last time you see her.
Right.
Because she don't have to do this. She got enough money where she don't have. So she may come through this time and she may say, you know what, I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna just raise my children and I probably won't do another show till probably north of 2030. So if you believe that the experience, because Beyonce is selling you an experience and you talked about it. Yes. She's selling you an experience. If you believe the experience is worth the money, and that's really what your return is going to be, this experience. If you believe it, pay for it.
Okay.
If you don't pay for it. But I've seen certain artists in person. I felt like it was worth it. But let me give you another example. I saw the NBA Finals with the Magic and the Lakers. That ticket was like $500 was a floor seat. I didn't really feel like it was worth it once I got there. The experience to me wasn't really all that. For some reason, it didn't hit the way I thought it was going to hit.
Okay. So you don't have to do it again.
I won't do that again. Right. I'd rather just sit home and watch it and just have my own food because I paid a lot of money to get a floor seat for the finals. And I'm like, this really don't feel like a big deal to me.
Right.
So it's all in the person. But I think Beyonce has a track record of really delivering on her shows.
Yes.
And for her real fans, this show was only for her real dedicated fans.
Yeah.
It's not for people that's on the fence. And that's what I try to tell people is that when I'm talking to people about business and what people are paid for, I said that when Beyonce come to your city, she not cutting no corners. You're
Right.
gonna pay the fee, or you're not going to the show. It's not gonna be no, oh, let me, she not worth it. No, either you're gonna pay the money or don't come to the show. And because she comes in the door with that kind of expectation, people give her money.
Right.
Yeah.
Honey, I already have my outfit planned out. I said,
feel
listen,
you.
I want to get a custom Dapper Dan.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I know how it is. And when we go to a big event, we have everything planned out. I feel you.
Listen, I don't have no ticket in sight. I really don't have the money. I can't afford it. I can't afford it. I did not come. I'm at a certain place. I'm here where I'm here physically for business.
Exactly.
I can't think about Beyonce. I'm here to sacrifice for business so that another 5 years when she do a tour, I could drop that 10,000,
exactly.
right? You have to sacrifice. But I'm like, okay, listen, I can't afford it. I'm not going to buy the ticket. Me personally, I'm not going to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But I look good.
I feel you. So if you got a dude that's going to buy it for, ain't no wrong with that.
I was on the phone with one.
I feel you.
Listen, so I know he's not going to take out his credit card. He's not to buy it. But because he is who he is, I said, I know you know someone that owe you a favor.
They can get you, yeah.
He said, listen, those tickets is like getting an inauguration ticket. I said, you're right. But you know someone that owes you a favor. Make it happen. I don't care if I'm in the suite, honey, but I'm not going to be in the nosebleeds. I need to be on the floor, the first section, or the suite. Make it happen. And here I was like, listen, if I make it happen, you're going to have to stand on your head and all this. Listen. But you're absolutely right. She's selling an experience, and this is for her hardcore fans.
Exactly.
It's not for, if like you said, it's not for if you want a fence. And if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to come out on Netflix. But the problem that I have, just swinging back to the business,
mm-hmm.
Even if it's 1,000, 2,000, what these ticket outlets, resellers, what they're doing is wrong. And just overall on where this nation is headed, how they're allowing these big entities, corporations to monopolize, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and squeezing our penny, squeezing the life out of us regular folk. I just have a problem with that,
I understand. But like I said, I think it's because this is the question we want to ask ourselves. If they set a price and the market meets the price, is it wrong? Right. So if I bought a ticket on the site and I tell the guy that you're dealing with, I give you the ticket for 10,000, and he comes up with the 10,000, is it wrong?
Yeah.
It's not like it's life or death. You don't have to buy the ticket. You can buy the ticket. So the reseller's attitude is that if people are meeting the price, then that's the price they want to pay for the ticket.
Because you're not giving them any other option. That's what I'm saying. Because Ticketmaster are allowing the reseller. Reseller is a company that buys bulks of hundreds of those tickets for one venue, probably 500 tickets. So, or maybe 1,000 tickets. However, if that venue could hold 3,000, that
they buy them all.
Yeah, mm-hmm. or at least more than half. Right? What's more than half? What's more?
Like 1,500.
Yeah. No, I mean, would you say a third? I don't know, but anyway.
Yeah.
So they're reselling it 4 times the price. So that is wrong because it's only worth 2,000, but you want to sell it for 10.
No, it's worth what people pay for it.
But not if you're not giving them an option.
They got the option of not buying it.
I'm not talking about that option.
They got the option of saying no.
So if majority of people just say I'm not paying for that, then they will
price
lower
comes
the
down. Yes, ma'am. The price.
I'm just saying the monopolizing is wrong. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think, and so like they said, is that they can say, hey, do we have a mechanism to put a limit on how many tickets one person buys? We've seen with the bots, the reason why they created the bots is to buy all the inventory. Mm-hmm. And so what they're trying to do is figure out a way around it, because this is the thing. If that wasn't Beyonce, they couldn't do that. So it's really the demand for Beyonce is what creates the market.
Mm-hmm.
So they can only do it with certain artists. They couldn't do that with me. I would have to give the tickets away. So that's the thing, is that because it's Beyonce, she's an international superstar. They know this is a great opportunity for us to make literally 3,000 our investment on these tickets. So they create computer programs to make sure that they can do this, because they're going to get a great return. But like I said before, is there only selling it at what the market demand is. Because as we get closer to the concert and the tickets don't sell, they're gonna have to drop the price. But if they're pre-selling these tickets, I know these tickets are hot. These are the hottest tickets in the world.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's really market economics, because you don't have to buy the ticket. Now, you may want to buy the ticket, but if you don't have to buy the ticket, you're not going to drop dead. So you can just say, hey, I just missed the show, or you can pay the price, and the price is whatever. I couldn't wrap my head around paying $10,000 to see Beyonce, but there's a lot of people that could. She's that big to them. And I can't say they wrong. If they want to pay it, they want to pay it.
I mean, I have listen, I'm hitting the gym. I got my custom outfit in my head already planned out, and I just don't have the ticket.
Yeah, I feel you. But she and her husband have put together a great entertainment, I don't know how you want to say it, entertainment business, even though she's way bigger than Jay-Z at this point in her career.
Mm-hmm.
And it's worked.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't take anything from her,
right?
Because she just really is that big. And
well,
people
she knows how to play into the entertainment game. Like, listen, listen. Okay, Live Nation, they're monopolizing this industry. Well, I want to make sure that I'm getting my worth, and that you're going to be paying for all my expensive.
Exactly.
You got to know how to play the game, and I get all that. I'm just saying, when we're talking about Congress, when we're talking about United States, our laws, our rules, our regulations, regulating corporate, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's monopolizing. You talk about capitalism. For me, this is the greed, evil side of capitalism, when you allow one company or certain small portion of companies to monopolize an industry. Real quick, this is our website, and then you click on tour. Mm-hmm. You can only, these are the tour dates. Now it's letting me go. Yeah, you have to register. Right now you just have to register. Mm-hmm. And then the European tickets are on sale, I'm assuming. Yeah, because you click on tickets and pre-sale happening now. See tickets.
Yeah, so they're gonna figure out a way around that, because there's too much money in it.
Right.
So they're gonna figure out a way around it. Yeah, I agree with you, but what they should have done was prevented the merger between Live Nation and Ticketmaster.
Right.
And so once they didn't do that, it was over with, because Beyonce is doing what we call.
I didn't know they had a merger, Ticketmaster and Live Nation.
Yeah, so they pretty much the same company.
Okay.
So what Beyonce does, what we call ticketed events.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing you got to realize with ticketed events is that if you want to do an event at Mercedes-Benz, you got to know people.
Okay.
So Live Nation has all the relationships at every big venue, because an average person can't get a venue there. You got to know people to get those kind of. So everything is connected. So one thing about the music industry is it's all everybody together. And I know you come from people that deal with the music industry. You got exactly. Yeah, you got to get in, and then you just got to play whatever game they tell you to play. And if you're good at it, you're gonna make a lot of money, but you can't go against the grain.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
One more thing before we go. Okay. When these Beyonce tickets and the price, I realized, listen, I need to get in the game. I need some more money, because I want to be able to, like, 10,000, boom,
just pay it, put it down. That's what I tell people. Yeah, and so, because you can create a budget just for entertainment. So when something like this come up, you just pay for it.
Yeah, this is way beyond an entertainment budget.
I feel you. You know what I'm saying? So something like this come up, you just pay for it, because you don't never know who else is gonna come through the city, and you may want to see them. But yeah, I agree with you, because there's going to be people there that are going to pay the top price to be on the floor, to be in that skybox.
Is this why you don't have a relationship? So that you don't have to hear your woman, I want to go to Beyonce. You don't want to deal with this.
No, it's not an issue. Is that I'm like you, I'm focused on business. So I'm trying to make sure I get money, because you can always get into a relationship, but you can't always make money.
Mm-hmm. I love the way you explained it. That was a nice way of putting it. That I'm not spending that money on a woman. I don't give a damn what she does for me.
No, it's not that. It's just that, like I said, is that much of a, because I know most likely I'm gonna have to get it through a reseller, because I may not have the relationship to get the ticket.
Right.
So I know the markup's gonna be crazy, and that's a lot to me for like a one-day event.
Right.
But it's not that I'm against it. It's just it's gonna be a lot. You know, I will be looking at paying 3 times the actual retail price.
Right. Okay. You know? All right. So I think that's it. Thank you, Diamond Dave. Oh, wait a minute. Let me put your tell people about your website, highestpaid.online.
Yes, definitely. So highestpaid.online is an options trading academy. And for just what we're talking about, people that are working a 9 to 5, they don't feel like they're making the kind of money that they deserve. People that don't like the fact that they got to take a lot of time away from their family to make the money that they want. And people that don't like the fact that even though inflation is getting higher, groceries are getting higher, gas is starting to go back up, they're kind of locked into how much they're going to make per year. We figured out how to solve that problem by teaching people how to leverage the options market. And then what it does is it kind of expands their understanding of the world and learning how to use markets to get what they want to get out of life. So conversations like what I just had with Dana, they really kind of understand how market forces actually work, because then they might end up being the next big ticket resellers.
Right. So learning the market, make a whole lot of money, so you could just like boom, 10,000.
Exactly, just put down what you want to put down.
Right.
Exactly,
Make
you're not tripping.
Girl, your woman, or whoever happy.
Yeah, definitely. Because I understand, when you are in relationships, you do have to do things for people just because it makes them happy.
Yes.
So that's not like, I'm not oblivious to that. It's not like I've never been in a relationship. You just got to watch to make sure you don't want to overextend yourself.
Right. And you don't want to put in a poorhouse. So
exactly.
Thank you, Diamond Dave.
Yes,
everybody go to @Diamond Dave on YouTube and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Great stuff, great content. Thank you guys. Bye.
Appreciate it.
Dana with the data. Dana with the data.